Hello everyone, today we are here talking with local DMV business owner and fashion designer, Cleopatra Couture. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, everybody, hi. My name is Cleopatra Couture. Well, my brand name is Cleopatra Couture, but my name is Ifeoma C.Onyia. Born in Nigeria, grew up in London, and then relocated over here to the States. Mother of 2 kids.
Where did the name Cleopatra Couture come from?
Okay, so Cleopatra is my middle name.
Oh,
so
okay.
my full name is Ifeoma Cleopatra Onyia.
Okay, so I noticed you just leave the C.
I do Ifeoma C.
Yeah.
Right. But it's Cleopatra, but the only difference is that my regular name is spelled as C-L-E. But for my fashion line, you can swap an E for a Y, so I swapped it. And that's why it's Cleopatra. And then the couture is because of the kind of things that I do. I play with textiles. I mix up Western textiles with African prints. I also take out the African prints from their natural habitats, which is like the cotton or the batik, and I turn them into silk, into polyester lycra to make swimwear, to make ball gowns. And everything I do is couture. It's made to your measurement. So I'll take your measurement and it's custom fit, it's bespoke. My denims, even my denims are mixed up with denim and African prints. Everything is like, this couture. Yeah.
So tell me, what inspired you, or who inspired you to become a fashion designer?
I think I'm the last child out of 8 kids. And as a young kid, my mother was sewing and designing. Well, back in the day, I wouldn't call it designing, but she was like bringing us some clothes. And being the last child, I was helping her out. And I got intrigued by the textures and the colors, the rich African vibrant colors that were in the materials. And seeing how she was using the sewing machine and creating all these fabulous designs. Like she would have to go to a wedding and she would make the outfit she's going to wear, and that got my interest, and that's where it came from. But I didn't go to school to study. It just came natural, I guess. Maybe that's why God made me the 8th kid.
Kind of leading off with the first question, how long have you been a fashion designer?
Well, I started, I would say about 24 years or 25 years. I started right out of college, and then I used to design bridal wares in England, and then I did that for some years, and then I relocated to the States and stopped designing. I went into healthcare. Opened up a big successful healthcare company, ran that for about 15 years, but the fashion board kept on calling me.
Okay.
Like I'll be in a meeting, like they're talking, I'm like kind of listening, but I'm sketching. So I just knew I had to go back. And then my son was the second child, and the last child was about to go off into college. So I was like, okay, so this is the right time, because now they don't need me to be at home with them all the time. So I can actually go back into and do my passion. And then I lost my brother, my older brother, who always told me to do that which makes me happy. And this makes me happy. So I sold off my business and went into fashion again.
Do you think that break that you took with your fashion designing, do you think that it's diminished your creativity in any way?
Not at all. I think actually it enhanced it, because it gave me time to do something different from fashion. It gave me time to visit people in their homes, see the need to, like to see different sides of the world. And in doing that, it opened up my mind more. Because as an artist, you need your mind to be open. So it freed me up more. So now with the things that I design, I call it fashion without borders. I go beyond what most designers would do.
Okay, so you've been fashion designer for a while now. Do you remember your first piece?
Yes, I do actually. I was a teenager, and my older sister, like I said, I'm the last child, right? So my sisters were much older. So it was like 3 girls, 4 boys, and then about 7 years later, or 8, my mother had me. So by the time I was in middle school, one of my sisters had a baby, and I hand-stitched a dress for the baby. And it was interesting because the child actually loved the dress and wore it all the time. But I made it from remnants of materials that was left over from a lace design that my mother made. So I used that and cut it out, and then I hand stitched it. That was my first, and I'll never forget it.
Well, yeah, that actually has some sentimental value too, because you know your niece.
Yes. Who's not a mother of 4. Yeah.
Wow. How long have you been putting out fashion shows?
So this will be, I think, my 3rd or 4th. I do it once a year in summertime, and this is where my British heritage comes in, because in England there's something they call the Midsummer Madness. So, and over here, well, all over the world, the fashion industry normally do 2 fashion shows in a year. Normally at the beginning, January, February to March time, and then the other time starts from like August, September, October Fashion Week.
Okay.
But there was like, there's a lack in the middle. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to start Midsummer Madness fashion show. And I do it once every June. And it's growing.
Wow.
And in the DMV, we really don't have a lot of fashion. We have a lot of fashion designers. We have some shows, but we're not getting the attention that we need. So the more we put out there, then the more we get people to say, hey, the DMV, we know what we're doing. We, bring the fashion back. Fashion is just not in New York or California or Florida. It's right here too.
Yes. Could you tell us about some of your previous shows?
Okay, so the first show that I did was a private show. Basically, I invited friends, family and friends of friends that they invited. And it was a free show, but it was closed doors. And I ended up having, I don't know, maybe 100 and something people showed up. So it was crowded, and we ran out of chairs. People stood up, and it was a good show.
Yeah, that's kind of big for a little intimate get together.
Yeah, but people support you when you support them. So they came out to see.
Yeah,
and then it was like coming from healthcare too. Wait, fashion designer? We're gonna see this. So that curiosity, that was good because it got me the people. And then the next show I did, that was fantastic. Yeah, so this would be my 3rd one. So the one I did last year, because I always find these exotic venues to use. I don't use the hotels and stuff. I use like warehouses and storage places, like avant-garde kind of venues, and that gets people interested. Like, let's come and see. But remember, the name says Midsummer Madness. So,
is there a theme that you use for any of your shows?
Each particular show portrays something. There's always something that we're doing. This year, the theme is about bringing awareness to sickle cell anemia, which is a disease that affects predominantly Black people and Asians. And there's some research being done, but not a lot. So where some of the proceeds from this show is going to Sickle Cell Anemia Foundation Center at the Howard University in DC. So the thing this time is about them. It's more for them. For us, we're doing spoken words for the people to know about it, to be able to do the blood drive, to be able to do the volunteer work. That's the thing behind here, but we still have fun.
Okay, I definitely was not expecting that. I was thinking, okay, maybe we can do some like waterfall. The theme is serenity or tranquility, or but
that's why it's Midsummer Madness. The madness, when you're crazy, you don't know what to expect. So you're expecting all that beautiful and this. And then I'm like, no, we're doing health-wise. We're doing health consciousness. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you were saying that, it registered in my head, oh, that's like a throwback to your days of doing healthcare.
Yes. Like I told my mother, was like, oh, so you're going back into fashion, you live in healthcare. So I said, yeah, Mom, before I used to heal them. And I have to dress them. But that's really, it's a good cause. It's a good foundation. It's, people go out and help support. They have them at, they have a center at Children's Hospital, and then they have a center at Howard University in DC. All like doing fantastic work.
Okay. So what can the audience expect at your show on Saturday?
Madness. Madness. No, so this Saturday we have, I'm actually launching Jeremy Grant, who's an NBA player. He plays, he's number 9 with Oklahoma. OKC. He's launching his first brand, his first fashion collection, and he's launching it at the show. We have A lot of NBA players coming to support their boy. We have 4 musical artists that will perform on the day. Food, we have sponsors like Ruby Tuesdays, Subway. So, and then of course we have gorgeous, gorgeous models. The men are muzzled up, the women look hot, the clothes are fantastic, the clothes are out of this world, not what you expect. So, yeah, I can't give away too much, so you have to come and see.
All right, so definitely stay tuned for that. Speaking about the show on Saturday, where is the show?
It's next building to where we are. It's at 14206 Cherry Lane Court.
All right.
Laurel, Maryland 20707.
All right. What time does it start?
Red carpet is at 5:30, and then the show. So doors open at 5:30, but the red carpet starts at 5:30. The actual show starts at 6 and ends at 9.
Okay.
And then we stay back for the after party. Oh, I forgot to say, 93.9 Deja Perez was popping. It's going to be the MC for the show. So you already know this show is going to be crazy. We got a bunch of crazy people in the house, so that's madness.
Midsummer Madness.
Midsummer Madness.
Midsummer Madness. Okay, Miss Cleopatra, thank you so much for sharing with us and our audience. And we look forward to seeing you and your lovely designs at the fashion show.
Thank you so much for coming. And you guys be there Saturday, June 16th, 5:30, 14206 Cherry Lane Court, Laurel, Maryland 20707. See you Saturday.
See you there.